G'day guys, we are out here at Craig's Hut today. This is an iconic building for Australian photographers. It's from a movie. It's not really one of the huts that are all through the high country here in Victoria, but it is bloody photogenic. So what I've aimed to do here tonight, because the moon phase is so great, it's no good for astro, but I want to see if we can get some star trails of this building. When I was in the army, one of the things that we used to say is that time spent on recon is seldom wasted. So what I'm doing here today during the daylight hours to see if the star trails are going to work. The composition that I want is pretty much from here, because this is the part of the building that you recognise as Craig's Hut. So we're going to use photo pills and see if we can get it to work. With photo pills we can see where that centre of, or the southern point or the northern point. Here we're looking for the southern point, and we want those circles to move around Craig's Hut. Here is photo pills and it's pointing way up there. Right, this may not work, because once to try and get this over the top of Craig's Hut, this is not going to work. Damn. So what I will do is I'll work out when the Milky Way will be in a good position over this building, and then we'll come back probably in 3 or 4 months time and have a look at that there. But star trails for tonight is not going to work. But rather than waste my time here, like we've worked out that the star trails are not going to work, we can try some other photos here. There's lots of flowers out in the paddock out here. Paddock? I don't know, that's the farmer coming at me. There's flowers out here. We can probably get some good compositions back towards the building, maybe over towards the Indian Head feature over here, the mountain over there. So we'll do that. I'll head out of here and we'll invert the phone, get nice and close, blur the foreground, focus on the building or focus on the Indian Head out in the background. We should get some pretty bloody good photos. So for these sorts of photos, I think, like with the foreground elements here with the flowers, this will work back towards Craig's Hut pretty well. But with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, we're going to push that, see if we can use the 5x zoom. We'll invert that. That actually looks pretty good. I'll turn Pro RAW on and touch on the building to get the focus of the building. That works. I'm going to try Indian Head out there as well, and I'm going to focus on Indian Head and drop it down a little bit, get some of those flowers in there. Let's have a look at these photos. I actually like that. I think that's pretty good. There's enough element there. It's a shame there's no clouds in the sky. There's a few over here, but nothing that's going to be good for this. So we might even add some later, we'll see. All right, what else can we do here? I don't want to waste my time here because it's a long way for me to come. So I've got ground level. I may as well try going vertical. We'll go with the panorama photo and we'll see what we get. It's going to take 9 shots here, I think. Now that works, but I want to be closer, I think. We're doing the same thing now. Do 9 photos. This will get more of the garden around Craig's Hut. The mountains in the background, a little bit of cloud. I think this will work well. So have a quick look over here. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I'm going to do a 180 panorama. Bring that to the center and this is going to be huge. Alright guys, I think that we actually recovered a bit of the day there. I didn't get what I wanted obviously with the star trails, but I think we've managed to recover something here and we're going to get a good photo. So I've got 4 photos that I've taken with the drone and we'll have a quick look at them. This one here is nothing too special about that. I don't mind it, I don't love it. Either way, what I like to think about when I'm looking at these photos here is the vastness of where we were, which is why I started doing some of those panorama photos. So this here is the only raw file I got from the day. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm okay with it. We might turn that into something later on, but probably not now. Let's have a look at the next one. This is the first of the panos, and you're starting to see here some of the vastness of the area. I like that too. We're only going to edit one of these right now. Next one here, it's a bit shows it well, shows Indian Head. Between those two, I kind of want something in between them, to be honest. There's a bit too much of the open area there in front, and here it's a little bit lost with how busy it is in the pathway there. Out of the two of those, I think this one here is the best one though. The big pano I really like. I like this a lot. I had a bit of a play with it before. I'm just going to reset this. So that's the whole pano, and you'll see I cropped it a little bit. And let's edit this one. I like this one the best. I cropped it a little bit because of this large area on the right hand side down the bottom, that open field there. I don't think it adds anything to the photo. So we'll crop this down just from the top there, not too much because the sky is still adding a little bit of element to it. I don't mind it, but I want to get Craig's hut closer to that third, and we'll see how that looks. It's not too bad. I'm going to bring it across this way just a little bit. I like that. So we're going to keep it with that crop there. Now, as I look at this, I'm looking for a few things. The composition I'm quite okay with now. I think like the horizon's pretty much on the top third. There's enough interest in the photo to show the vastness of the area. There's two good features in this, one being Craig's hut, the other being Indian Head over there. There's a few things I don't like about it. There's people in this photo, and some people like people in the photos. I generally don't. I like to think that I'm the only one there. So we're going to get rid of these two guys here. From memory, on the day, these two guys, they rode some really old school BMW motorcycles up. So we're going to use the crop, or the clone stamp here. I'm just going to go over the first guy here, and that didn't work, so I'll bring this down so the path is lining up there fairly well. That works, and we'll get this guy here as well. Don't know why it went over there, but we'll bring this back close to there. That looks pretty good. So we'll open this up again. What else do we want to do? There's a bit of haze there in the sky. So we'll get rid of that as well. So we'll go with the masking tool and go for sky. There's the sky. God, I love how it does that. We'll go down to the dehaze tool and we'll increase the dehazing. Not too much, you don't want it to look like that. Just a little bit, just to get rid of a little bit of the haze. I'm quite happy with that. All right, what else do you want to do? Anything? Probably add a little bit of that saturation to the greens. Just like that. That's it. I'm happy with that. That photo is pretty good. This here shows you that when you go into a location that you don't normally go to and your plan doesn't work out, doesn't mean you shouldn't do anything. Look for all the options that you have there. Look for those handheld shots that I took with the phone during the day. That wasn't a plan. They worked out pretty well. Through the drone up, this works pretty well too. I'm overall happy. Yeah. What do you guys think? Let me know. All right, catch you later.